Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Talking Ball with JR, episode number 7, I think we're number 7. But guys, Premier League is back on this weekend. No more FA Cup. Well, at least for a little bit. No more FA Cup. And we can just sit back, relax, enjoy the Prem, and then we're back with the Champions League. So guys, you know I'm here with Prem predictions. You know I got the things that I've been predicting. I've been thinking about things. I've been tussling, tossing, and turning. Guys, I've barely been sleeping. All I can think about is football right now. That's all I can think about. But it's okay. I got it down packed. I've done my studying. Okay. You look at my history. Unlike some of you guys, you look at your history, you might find some things. You look at my history, all you find is football. All right. That's all you see is find football. Okay. So boys, let's get into this. And let's start off our predictions. Start off with Burnley versus Bournemouth. And you guys know I have a soft spot for Bournemouth. My son Ryan is on that. Ryan Junior, he's on it, right? That's my boy. That's my dog. That's my hijo, a.k.a. my son in Spanish. But Portuguese people, we don't speak Spanish. We speak Portuguese. Well, Brazilian people, we speak Portuguese. So, meu filho, Ryan is out there cooking. Now, I don't expect them to do score assists, all right? I'm not going to do all those things, all right? But you can bet that I'm going to bet it because that's my son. So, of course, I'm going to bet that. But, guys, I think it's going to be a 2-1 victory for Bournemouth. Now, usually there is goals in this game, and Burnley usually score at home. They haven't scored at home for, like, a while. So, it's been a while since they haven't scored. So, bet them, both teams to score. They both will score for sure. That's guaranteed. That's money in the bank. I'm not putting that in my record, but I'm just letting you know. That's an easy one to take. Bournemouth hasn't lost to Burnley away at home since 2018, and I don't expect that to change. So 2-1 Bournemouth, expect it to be easy victory for Bournemouth. I expect Burnley to score in like the 80th, 70th minute, a goal that doesn't really matter. Sunderland versus Brighton is our next game, and Brighton only has 2 away wins all season. I have 2 away wins all season. And Sunderland, guys, they were looking incredible at home until I think Arsenal or Liverpool came knocking and absolutely obliterated them. So, guys, I'm not sure how I feel about both of these teams. Right now, Sunderland looks shaky. They look like the Sunderland team that we expected to come up and look a little shaky. They look shaky right now. Brighton looks shaky. They might be without Matoma. So I'm really just going to go with a draw. I think that's what it's going to be. I think it's going to be 1-1. I wouldn't be surprised if it's 0-0. I don't expect much happening in this game, to be honest with you. Arsenal versus Everton. And guys, I'm assuming you guys are going to expect me to say, hey, Everton are going to make them slip. Everton are going to somehow make sure that Arsenal don't win the league. Now, I don't think Everton's going to win this game. I'm going to just be real with you. Everton's not winning this game, right? But I may have found some stats that could make me think otherwise. Now, you may say I'm biased, right? You might be saying I'm a hater. But I'm just looking at the stats here, and it just tells me that even though Arsenal have only lost once, like I said, I don't see Everton winning. So you can kind of see where I'm going with this. Everton are 6-1-3 away this season. Well, sorry, at least in the last 10 games. So they're pretty good away from home. David Moyes. I like David Moyes. He's a pretty good fella. You know what I mean? And I love his celebrations. I love the passion that he has, So David Moyes, can you do it for the one time? Can you take points away from Arsenal? I think you can. I think Everton's going to get it done. It's going to be a sloppy game like it usually is with Arsenal. And Arsenal just came off a draw with Bayern Leverkusen. I think David Moyes was watching that game. I think he's been doing analysis like I was. I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw for Everton. Everton, please, Everton, do it for me. Now, Chelsea versus Newcastle. My Chelsea, my football club, Chelsea. After the midweek, I feel terrible, right? I feel terrible. 5-2. After dominating the game, 5-2. It's okay. Leave them in here. This is your time to make up for it. This is your time to make sure that erase this from my memory. Make sure I don't ever think about that game ever again. And I'll be honest with you, though. Leave us in here. I don't have no confidence in you. None whatsoever. So you can't mess up here. You cannot lose. Newcastle hasn't won at the Bridge since 2012. So Liam Messinier, you best not lose this match. I'm going with Chelsea 2 and Newcastle 2. Unfortunately, that's what I'm going with. I think that's what it's going to be. I generally don't think we win this game. I don't have no confidence in my team. But I would say Newcastle, double chance, go with it. It's a great odds. João Pedro score assist, take it. Because I think you'll end up scoring. Like I said, 2-2. I think there's going to be goals in this match. And Enzo to be booked. Because Enzo's prone to get a couple fouls here and there. So take Enzo to be booked. There's great odds on that as well. So those will be my bets for the day. Now West Ham versus Manchester City. West Ham, you guys know how I feel about them. You guys know I've been betting on them to somehow make sure that they can come up with something, that they can come up with an upset. But it hasn't happened, really. It really hasn't happened. So now I'm betting against them because they haven't beaten City in however long. I think in 12 years they haven't beaten in the Prem. And I think Manchester City, after that disappointing loss to Real Madrid, terrible loss, I think it's time for them to make up for it. So I think Manchester City money line. It's at great odds. Take it. Manchester City -1. Take it. I think it's going to be Manchester City 3, West Ham United 0. If anything, they might get 1 goal, but I don't see that happening. They have no Somerville for this game, so I expect this to be an easy game for City, and I think it's going to be a nice pick-me-up for City. Like I said, they haven't lost in 12 years to West Ham, and I don't think that's going to change now. Crystal Palace versus Leeds United. I'm be real with you. I'm not going to watch this game. You're not going to watch this game. It's going to be a 1-1 draw. It's going to be a terrible game to watch. Crystal Palace just played in midweek. I expect it to be slow and sluggish, so 1-1 draw for Leeds United and Crystal Palace. Villa versus United, and Manchester United are ready to face against Villa. They haven't played a game in 8 days. They are well rested. Villa just played, I believe, on Thursday, and I'm going to be real with you. I'm expecting Manchester United to win. I think Michael Carrick has looked exceptional as a coach. As much as I would love to hate him, I can't. He's looked great. So I think it's going to be Manchester United 2, not West Ham, Aston Villa 1, and I think it's going to be, honestly, I think it's going to be a pretty good game. I think it's going to be a good back and forth. I can see it being 1-1, and then Matheus Cunha coming in and scoring the goal, and that's going to be my bet. It's going to be Matheus Cunha to score and assist, both teams to score. It's going to be a Buemo shot on target. I expect that to be cash to ching, but blink. You can parlay that if you like, and I think that's going to be a great odds for you, and I think it's going to be as easy as you like. Forest versus Fulham, and guys, Forest, they're crumbling. They're coming in front of our eyes like a wet cookie and milk. They're freaking crumbling. I think they have 1-1. Oh, they won 1. They have once. What the hell is English? They've only won once with their new manager. That is a tongue twister, I can tell you that much. They've only won once with their new manager, and they keep losing. They keep either losing or drawing. They lost right now in midweek in the conference final to FC Midtjylland, whatever that place is called, wherever that is. I think it's in Denmark. They lost to them. So I'm gonna be real with you. I think Forest are going to lose to Fulham. They haven't beaten Fulham in 2 years. So Fulham, Marco Silva, take care of business. Iwobi, Chukwueze, take care of business. 2-0 Fulham. Liverpool versus Spurs. We head over to Anfield. And now, let's just be real with you. Spurs stink. Spurs are absolutely garbage. We just saw what happened to them in the midweek. We expect maybe even worse now in the weekend. Even though Liverpool also, I was going to say Villa, but Liverpool did lose. Let's just be real. It's Spurs. It's got to that point, it's Spurs. Right? And for some reason, every time we ask him questions about Arne Slot, for some reason, he ends up getting a game where they win 3-0, 4-0, 5-0. And we're like, oh, okay, I guess they're fine. But they're not. But we're like, I guess they're fine. Because they just won 3-4-0. So I expect the same thing. I expect Liverpool 3. I was going to say West Ham again. Why am I obsessed with West Ham? Is that a sign? Is that a sign that I should take West Ham to win? Oh my God. Please don't be. Please, West Ham, don't show up and beat Manchester City. Please don't do that to me. Please don't do that to me. But I'm going to go Liverpool 3 and Tottenham Hotspurs 1. And I think this is going to be as easy as you like. Liverpool -1. Szoboszlai score assist. I think this is going to be a good parlay. Liverpool -1 is at great odds. Go ahead and take that because Spurs, I see you scoring 1 goal, and I think it's going to be in like the 94th minute. Like, I don't I don't see much from you guys at all in this matchup. Brentford versus Wolves is our last matchup of the weekend, and Brentford are looking great, and Wolves have seemed to figure something out in their, in their new manager. It seemed they figured it out. He seemed to figure something out, I think. But Brentford has only lost once at home this season, and I think it was to Arsenal. I think I think January 7th or January 3rd, something like that. They played and they lost that matchup, and that's their only loss in 2026 at home. And I don't think they lose this matchup either. But I don't think Wolves lose either. I think Wolves are playing really well. They figure something out, and I don't think they lose, but I don't think they win. So 1-1 draw. I'm expecting a lot of draws in this weekend matchup. I'm expecting a lot of draws, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna get these right. Don't worry about it. Just hey, focus on analysis. Focus on analysis. You guys know what I do. You guys know what I do. And with that being said, guys, that's it for today's episode. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, comment. It helps the channel out and it helps me grow. So appreciate you helping our brother out. So I'll see you guys over on Monday. I'll see you guys on Monday with our reactions to the game. Deuces, goodbye, peace, bada bing, bada boom. How you doing?